I gotta see, let's come back with another review. This one is of Morgan Spurlock's One Direction. This is us. What's going on, guys? Oh, I forgot 3D too. Anyway, so like I said, I saw this movie a week ago. I'm also going to review another film after this, okay, in a separate video. I'm not going to do two in one. I don't really like doing that. It's just to save me time for uploading. But anyway, though, I saw it last week, but I didn't get a chance to record the video review, so this time I'm actually recording a week later, though. But you know what? I went over my notes for the movies, and I went over my, my actual reviews. So I do have the movies fresh in my head, even if I didn't already see them, okay? And also, like I said, my video reviews have been up for about a week now. This one's on Influx. The other one I'm going to talk about later in the other video. That one's on my site. So check those out. I appreciate it. So now we're going to be reviewing One Direction. This is us, okay? Now, I like seeing these concert documentaries. I don't always get to see them in theaters. I like the Justin Bieber movie, Never Say Never, to an extent, because let me tell you, a lot of people give me crap for liking that movie, and I didn't even love it. You know, I just respected it. It was an alright movie. But the thing is, they gotta understand, I think a lot of times when people see these concert documentaries, they see them with a bias, and that's not the way you see these movies. Like the people, like recommending a Justin Bieber movie to a person who's not a Justin Bieber fan, they're like, oh, I can't stand the kid. They don't want to look at the movie as a movie. They want to look at it as a concert document, or they want to look at it as like a movie about that person, okay? Which it is, but they want to judge the movie on the person, and that's not how you do it. I know a lot of people did that with Mel Gibson's movies. I was guilty of that for a little while, then I came to my senses. But the thing is with these concert documentaries, though, if you look on IMDb, before they're even out, they have like 2.0 out of 10 ratings. Like One Direction's got like a 2.9, which is disgusting, unfair, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to come out and say right now, I didn't love this movie. Not my favorite movie of the year, not even close. But hell, 2.9? You know, I could think of maybe 2 movies this year I'd give that low of a score to. I mean, come on, people. And Justin Bieber, Never Say Never, a 1.7? Like, that's mind-boggling. It had a 1.7 before it was even released in theaters. This shows that people have no conception, no thinking mindset to review movies. But you know what I mean? They don't even want to see them. Half the people that review them don't even see them. You know what movies also have that misfortune? I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent, I'm sorry. But you know what movies also have that misfortune? Tyler Perry movies, okay? I've seen a lot of bad Tyler Perry movies, but every single movie he has like a low rating of like 3.0 before it's even out. It just shows how like ignorant and, you know what I mean? And I'll say it's stupid the masses are, okay? They judge movies based on the people involved with them. And that's one of the biggest problems of film criticism too. I hate that even more than people say the book was better than the movie or vice versa. Anyway, One Direction, This Is Us. Didn't mean to bring film criticism, politics into it, but it's just something that irritates me. One Direction, This Is Us, though. As far as this movie goes, it's pretty much what you'd expect it to be. It's a One Direction movie. It shows them on tour. It shows each individual bandmate who, let me tell you right now, I couldn't even point out. If you showed me a picture of one of them, I probably couldn't even name who it was. It's just me. But anyway, though, that's what the movie's about, though. And it just goes to show, like, the One Direction, the band, and everything, and just shows what they do. Sorry, this is actually a ball and I just found on the ground. Anyway, so what the movie is, though, is it's just trying to profile the band, okay? And I saw it in 3D, okay? It's one of the few 3D movies I've seen this year. I think I've actually seen about 2 movies this year before this. I can't even remember what they were, but I know I've seen a couple 3D movies. I did see Escape from Planet Earth in 3D, which was my first video review of this. I don't know why I saw that in 3D. And then I saw Wreck-It Ralph, that was last year. The 3D is alright. The 3D is okay. I mean, there are a lot of scenes, though, where it was like older footage that wasn't really shot for the documentary. I think it was just shot like in general and they used it. That stuff isn't in 3D. It's the same thing with the Never Say Never documentary. Some older footage isn't in 3D. You could take, every so often I take my glasses off just to ensure that I don't get a headache, or to try, if I do already have a headache, lessen it. Okay, I got really sensitive eyes and a real sensitive head and everything. But anyway, what I was saying though was, I take my glasses off every about maybe 10 minutes or so, 10, 15 minutes when I see these 3D movies. for like a minute or so. And a lot of the times, though, you take the glasses off, and the movie's not even in 3D. You know, with some 3D movies, you take the glasses off, and you can see it's like fuzzy, and it's a little blurry. Like the trailers, with the 3D trailers happen with that too. With One Direction, though, it's not always in 3D. I will say, though, but the other concert movie I wanted to bring up earlier was the Katy Perry movie. That's a good concert movie. Katy Perry, Pardon Me, very good film, and that's got like a 4 on IMDb, which is stupid. But anyway, what I was saying, though, was, I had a 4 before it even came out. Anyways, so I'm getting off on so many tangents here. One Direction, This Is Us, okay? It succeeds in providing the audience with good music. I didn't think I heard any One Direction songs. Turns out their 2 biggest singles, That's What Makes You Beautiful, and the other one I can't remember off the top of my head. Those 2 I actually knew. I've actually heard a lot, but I didn't know it was by them. So I went into this movie with a pretty blank mindset towards the band. But I think there does deserve to be a documentary on a band who's achieving more like transatlantic success than the Beatles did, like in a quicker pace too. That I think is stunning. I really do. But anyway, though, the movie itself isn't that bad. It's pretty tolerable. There's a couple things I didn't like about it. I didn't like how they don't really humanize each person in the band. They're very vacant. They're very, I don't know what the right word is. They're just not really their own characters. They're totally like, I think, caricatures in a boy band. They don't really humanize them enough. And the other thing, too, I think, with this movie, that's another thing that's a little bit bothersome, is just, you don't, like I said, you don't get any insights into these guys, you know what I mean? You just get the typical, it's kind of hard to be famous, but oh, look, we got money, and we got all these fans, can't thank you guys enough. You know, it's got that kind of vibe to it. It has that, like, typical young and famous vibe where they show them, like, stressed out or tired or lack of sleep and everything. And it tries to say, hey, being in the limelight isn't all what it's cracked up to be. They did that in Never Say Never. They did that in Part of Me. The Katy Perry Part of Me, though, they did that really well. They really did that well, showing her like stressed and actually not at her top and like not at the top of her game. That was good footage. I was very surprised that they went that deep. This, it's like a minute thing. They're like, it's kind of hard. I wish fans realize how popular, or like how hard it is to be in the limelight and perform all the time. Oh, look at all these fans, guys. Come on, let's go out here. That's what it's like. That's how they kind of gloss over it. The music's good. The concert footage is spectacular. I have no doubt that One Direction puts on an amazing concert. I mean, the film was directed by Morgan Spurlock, who I love as a director. He made Super Size Me, War on the World's Osama Bin Laden, Comic-Con Episode 4, A Fan's Hope, the greatest movie ever sold, the TV show 30 Days. I've watched almost all his stuff. He's a very great guy, very great director, I think. And he does really well with this, too. I mean, I've been looking forward to this movie for a long time, longer than most people think, even though I didn't know thing one about One Direction. They announced this movie a while back, and ever since then I've been looking forward to it. Anyway, out of a 4-star rating, gonna give it a 3, gave it a B on Influx Magazine. You can check out the review link below. I enjoyed One Direction, This Is Us. Not sure if everybody else is going to. I mean, if you approach it with the mindset of enjoying a concert documentary, you really will get it, okay? You might not get the humanization towards the people involved in the band. You might not get this really intricate level of depth that you might want, but it's a very entertaining movie. It does teach you things about the band, especially with me who knew nothing about them. And like I said, now I would not object to going to a One Direction concert, okay? Because I'm not the typical male that hates every boy band or male singer just because every girl likes him. I'm not, you know what I mean? I like to approach things open-minded. I like to have a good sense. If I don't like something, I'll tell you if I don't like something, okay? Just because that every teen girl my age is going nuts over One Direction doesn't mean I have to hate them, okay? I'll give my opinion regardless of what I think, regardless of who's listening, and regardless of who the fan base of the person I'm giving my opinion on has. Thank you guys for watching. Sub if you haven't. I'll talk to you later. Bye.